Up first are the women. Italy's Alice Beto is in lane 1 next to strong British contenders Ruth Astle, Sophie Coldwell and Beth Potter. Current World Triathlon champion Georgia Taylor-Brown is in lane 5 with Ironman star Lucy Charles-Barclay in 6. In lane 7 is 2020's Rotterdam Arena Games runner-up Rachel Klammer, with Anna Godoy of Spain, Brit Waugh and Ilaria Zane of Italy completing the lineup.
On your marks.
It was a steady start for Sophie Coldwell with Lucy Charles-Barclay in hot pursuit. By the end of the swim, Charles-Barclay had edged ahead with Coldwell close behind her. But it was during the 1K run that Beth Potter's Olympic track training shone through as she edged ahead and took control of the field, entering the bike transition 8 seconds ahead of the field.
She's off the treadmill now, Beth Potter, and she'll go straight to the bike. And she has to get out of transition quick now. She'll change into her shoes, get her power up, push away. You'll see the avatar come up on screen, and these two now have to work together on the bike. The only way they can close this gap is using that draft advantage to close that gap if they possibly can.
These two are fighting for 9 or 8 points, and it could be really crucial when it comes down to stage 3, and it's Sophie who goes first. We go back to Beth Potter. She's going to cross the line in just a second, and she's going to take the full 10 points and really lay down a marker for these women. And the sprint, you can see the big numbers there. Coldwell at 9.4, Barclay at 8, and I think it's going to be just on the line. Sophie Coldwell.
So at the end of stage 1, Beth Potter takes the 10 points with Sophie Coldwell second with 9 and Lucy Charles-Barclay in third with 8. Next, after a short break, it's straight into stage 2 and the athletes are on the treadmill for the run first, followed by the bike, then the swim.
Before you know it, you're straight back into the racing, and at the front, once again, it's Beth Potter, and this time joined by Lucy Charles-Barclay, who will have seen what happened last time around, and know that she cannot afford to give Beth Potter literally anything at all. Potter, still though, now getting into her cadence and putting down 17.8 kilometres an hour to Lucy Charles 16.8. So Beth Potter, wow. Obviously, it advantages her now to run first.
Yes. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Beth as the swim starts to finish. Lucy Charles-Barclay is renowned as the best swimmer in the sport of triathlon in the world. She's 3 times runner-up at Ironman in Hawaii. She's a long-course athlete. To be mixing it up in an event of this distance with the best runners on the planet is remarkable.
Charles-Barclay, as we get to the end of this run, and of course, this time it starts with a run. We're going to go straight into the bike, and it's a race in 2 for these two. Charles-Barclay and Potter behind them. Taylor-Brown, Coldwell, Lucy Beto, Klammer, Anna Godoy, Kate Waugh, Ilaria Zane and Ruth Astle. But this transition will be very important. Potter got it right the last time, but this time she's got a bit of a problem.
She has to get up to speed now. She's got to use this bike ride because she's used her best leg now. Jumping into the water after this bike ride, Lucy Charles-Barclay and Sophie Coldwell, we know, are the quickest in the water. So with Georgia Taylor-Brown doing a lot better in this race, this bike ride's going to be very, very important. There's Beth Potter with Georgia Taylor-Brown in yellow, and Sophie Coldwell's closed that gap and brought Lucy Beto with her. So 4 away, and Lucy Charles-Barclay's just been gapped. She needs to close that gap. That was a poor transition again. The Ironman transitions not playing any favours for Lucy Charles-Barclay today.
Again, transition changes everything, and there is the red of Lucy Charles at the front. Alice Beto, Georgia Taylor-Brown is there, Beth Potter and Sophie Coldwell, and there's some big numbers. Rachel Klammer crosses the gap. Kate Waugh is just behind as well, and then we go back 6 seconds to Anna Godoy, but we're going to have a group of 7. And there is the world champion. She didn't pick up many points first time around. She's finishing 5th. This shapes up to be, with full respect to Beth Potter, a swim-off between Lucy Charles and Sophie Coldwell. And get into the water as quickly as possible for a 200-metre dash.
Potter
and into the water
first
is Potter, then Coldwell. Then Charles-Barclay, Georgia Taylor-Brown to the bottom of your screen. Kate Waugh is there as well. 7 into the water, 4 laps of the pool, 10 points on offer. Already Coldwell is tracking down Potter in the middle of your screen.
This is a swim-off between the 2 best swimmers in triathlon.
It is, and how good to see as well. And it looks like Lucy Charles is going to do the job. Sophie Coldwell in the blue in lane 3. Beth Potter in the black in lane 4, but they're both behind Lucy Charles, who is showing her swimming pedigree. Lucy Charles in the second 100 has absolutely smashed it, and she picks up the 10 points.
With Sophie Coldwell coming in second and Beth Potter in third, it left all three perfectly poised to start stage 3 level on 18 points.
It's not going to really make any difference who finishes across the line here, because you could throw a blanket over the entire field.
But Lucy takes it anyway.
Yeah, Lucy takes it anyway, just for good measure, and off she goes. And there's a bit of a log jam as they head around the back end of the bikes and the Tax Neo 2Ts. And around it, it's a decent run, to be fair, probably 200 metres around to the swim lanes, and there is every single one of our races. And at the front there is Ilaria Zane, behind is Sophie Coldwell, who knows how important these transitions are. Potter's there as well, 1, 2 and 3.
I want to see where Potter enters the water, because this is a big swim for her.
Anna Godoy, what a transition from the Spaniard. She goes in first. Potter's had a better transition as well.
Look at Lucy swim. She's going to hit the front by 75 metres. You've got to look at Coldwell on that in lane 3. She needs to move up on Potter, which she's doing, and she needs to follow Lucy Charles-Barclay.
Easier said than done. Follow Lucy Charles-Barclay. Pity you can't just go under the lane rope and jump on the feet. But Anna Godoy still leads after the first 50. There's your top 5, and 3, 4 and 5 are our 3 athletes that are on 18 points. Of course, they're going to have the 1 kilometre run to decide this one. But Lucy Charles all alone now in the lead, so she's made up that couple of seconds just in that 50. If Beth Potter can have, or Sophie Coldwell can have a good transition, we could just have a 1 kilometre shootout for the Arena Games victory. Out of the water comes Lucy Charles-Barclay. Everything goes in the box, and she has to get her shoes on and get on this air runner as quickly as possible. She's got a nice little gap on the other 2. She's gone to the wrong run first.
Could be costly.
That hurts.
She's been outrunning Sophie Coldwell in the last 2 stages, but it's Beth Potter who is by far the most superior on the run. She's 5 or 6 seconds quicker than the other women. So this will be the run of her life.
This is it. Beth Potter versus Lucy Charles. It looks like Sophie Coldwell's taken a little bit longer. I reckon there was at least a good 12 or 15 paces there from Potter. Lucy Charles-Barclay 3 seconds ahead. Potter coming hard though, and at the moment a half a kilometre an hour quicker, and you can see it was 3 seconds, it's now 2.5. She's got 800 metres to run down Lucy Charles-Barclay. Sophie Coldwell, you'd think, is out of this one, and it comes down to Charles-Barclay and Potter, and you can see the 2 of them on your screen right now. They are on equal points. Whoever wins this running race over the next 700 metres will win the Arena Games. Godoy, Coldwell, Clapper, Waugh, Beto, Taylor Brown, Zane, Hassel, she's coming out. It's 1.2 seconds, 1.1. Beth Potter's going to win this, is she? Charles-Barclay.
Lucy Charles-Barclay is a smart athlete. Is she letting it come up, or is it...
Why? Why would you do that?
You're absolutely right. Beth Potter's hit the front. She needs to stay close now. It's 500 metres of running.
I think she's got her. Beth Potter running at 16 kilometres an hour. Charles-Barclay at 15.
Yep.
And Beth Potter is going to run away with this. What a performance from the 2019 European champion. Beth Potter comes across the line, and she will win the Super League Triathlon Arena Games in London. Congratulations to Beth Potter. She has done the job. Wow.
Comfortable.
Very comfortable. Looks fresh, unlike Lucy Charles, who looks buckled.
So, at the end of stage 3, Potter's 10 points brought her to 28 overall, securing her the title, leaving Lucy Charles-Barclay only 1 point behind in second place, with Sophie Coldwell in third with 25 points. Beth, just talk us through that, and congratulations, what a performance.
Yeah, thank you. I've been working really hard on my swim this last winter and this winter, so it's good to finally get a race and just show everyone what I've been doing.
You look incredibly composed, and you don't look like you've done anything. How are you doing this?
I don't know, I just felt relaxed, I felt ready for it, and yeah, it's just nice to race again.
And in first place, your champion from Great Britain, Beth Potter.
She picks up the medal, the gold medal around the neck. Obviously, the silver there for Lucy Charles-Barclay. And the bronze medal at the Arena Games goes to Sophie Coldwell, who is really the only athlete out of those 3 who's got previous Super League experience, and she drew on that to hang in there and best Rachel Clammer, etc. formidable. We're in Rotterdam. So we've broken new ground every single time the distinctive black and yellow has hit screens across the world, but this is a big leap. This truly is groundbreaking stuff, moving between real and virtual racing. Wow!